What is Aquarius Moon sign? This video is going to be a bit different than the other moon videos. That's because the moon in Aquarius is a very unique placement in the zodiac. This energy starts to get so high that the mind can't understand it. So when you're trying to explain it, words aren't exactly the best way to do it. But here are some things that are critical to know about the Aquarius moon sign and personality. The sign of Aquarius itself rules over your friends, organizations, and the accumulation of wealth. But there's so much more to it than that. It's ruled by Saturn, which is the firstborn planet out of all of them, so he's really old. In this case, old means wise and experienced. When you've lived long enough, you've been there and done that. Cheap thrills aren't so thrilling anymore. When you've had 5,000 vacations, the next vacation isn't that exciting. When you've read all the books in the library and understand them, why make a big deal about the next one? This is where Saturn is coming from. It's not that he's a killjoy, he's just very evolved. And this is where Moon in Aquarius can be misunderstood. It's kind of like when you've had a lot of birthday parties, it gets old after a while. It's not that the party isn't fun, it's just that you've grown up and see it differently. This is part of understanding the true Aquarius moon meaning. Welcome to Astrology by 33, where ancient astrology is made young again. It's an honor to have you here today. The mission here is to revive lost teachings to help you realize the great potential sleeping within you. This is about discovering the truth in astrology and weeding out the rest. The moon represents your mind and emotions. It's what you think and how you feel. So when your moon gets dunked in Aquarius energy, your thoughts become very much like Saturn. We need to understand who Saturn is in his purest and most magnificent state to truly understand the depth of this planet. Saturn rules 2 signs in the zodiac, but Aquarius is his home. That's where he's the most comfortable and can be himself. Because he's so ancient, he's not exactly the party guy. And for someone who doesn't know Saturn, Aquarius moon can come across as somewhat reserved. This doesn't mean they're mad or upset. Their mind and thoughts are generally more mature than the average person. Saturn is the planet of patience, self-control, hard work, and endurance. He isn't the guy to call for a quick fix. These are factors to consider when we look at Aquarius moon traits. And this brings us to a very important point. Saturn is the lord of karma. Aquarius moon karma is based on what you've done in the past. If you've helped people in the past, Saturn will help you. If you hurt people in the past, Saturn will hurt you. It's not because Saturn is good or bad. He acts like a mirror. Whatever you do, he gives it back to you. Aquarius is a highly evolved energy that, in a nutshell, says to love your neighbor as yourself. Half the zodiac hangs on this universal law, not because of some moral lesson, but because higher up in the more subtle dimensions, I am you and you're me. Aquarius represents unity consciousness. So ultimately, what I do to you, I do to myself. If I love you, I'm loving me. If I hurt you, I'm only hurting myself. Why would I want to do that? Most people don't realize this. And this is where Saturn is coming from. So with Moon in Aquarius, these people have a greater awareness of their connection with others. This could be humanity as a whole or concern about their local community. One of the typical Aquarius moon characteristics focuses on we and not me. Ultimately, this placement is about us and what we do about it together, and how it impacts all of us, not just me. Aquarius forces us to zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture that unites us all. And the moon causes the person to think about these things a lot. They care about what's going on in the world. Aquarius sits high up in the very subtle dimensions above mind and form. Technically, it's even higher than unity consciousness. Aquarius. It holds the energy of the great waters that form the basic substance of creation itself. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. The symbol for Aquarius is a man holding a water pot. He draws from the great pool of consciousness. These waters get poured out into the physical dimension to become anything and everything from thoughts, feelings, air and fire to enchiladas. Water is the building block from which the earth element manifests. So if you have power over water, you have power over physical manifestation. And remember, the moon rules over water in astrology. And that's why these people can make a lot of money if that's their karma. It puts the watery moon in the sign of extreme wealth. The classic scripture, Yavana Jataka, says when Saturn aspects the moon in Aquarius, it makes a rich king. Saturn rewards you here and proves how good Saturn can be. It's not fair to say Saturn is an evil planet. It's only evil if we're evil. The problem is us, not Saturn. When we point our finger at someone, there's 3 fingers pointing back at us. Another reason these people can be rich is because Aquarius is an air sign. And according to the laws of manifestation, air is the highest element in the physical dimension. It's one step below the ether. And if you can control the air, you can control the fire, water, and earth that progressively manifest below it. And that means all the power in the other signs too. Since the moon also corresponds to the ether element, when you put the ether in the air, you potentially have power over everything physical on the earth. If you've exhausted all your karma and you're in your highest, most evolved state as a human being, you could have the power to accumulate whatever you want on earth with the moon in Aquarius sign. Now, this isn't as glamorous as it sounds because the mind is the cause of all suffering, and the moon is the mind. So if we put all our attention on our thoughts and feelings, we eventually run into drama if we think the physical world is all there is. Ephesians 2:2 says, "Before you walked according to the course of this world, according to the ruler of the power of the air, the spirit that now works in the sons of disobedience." So if we invest our happiness in the material world, we're going to be disappointed eventually. We get out what we put in. If we invest in a world where things crumble and die, that's exactly what we get back. Aquarius is the best of the best in the physical dimension. It's luxury and everything you've ever wanted. But we have to remember that everything in this world decomposes except for gold. The sun rules over gold. And when we move towards the sun in our natal chart, we end up resonating more with our soul and who we truly are behind the scenes. The sun guides us to the everlasting and puts us in a more perfect state. So make sure to integrate the lessons of your sun placement into your life. This moves you one step closer. So instead of storing up our treasure on earth, if we store it in unity consciousness, you'll understand the root of Aquarius Moon. When we exit ourselves, Aquarius excels. A powerful technique that works directly with the air element is Kriya Yoga. It basically clears the nadis and unclogs karmic gunk. It's one of the best ways to increase awareness. Kriya Yoga should only be practiced under the guidance of a qualified teacher. A study in the Journal of Neurosciences in Rural Practice stated that patients with major depression who practice Kriya Yoga 20 minutes a day for 8 weeks showed a significant improvement in their depression. If you'd like to show your support for the many hours of love I put into this video, make sure to press the thumbs up button below, and thank you so much. To have Aquarius Moon explained even better, make sure to see what house your moon is in. That will give you way more information than the moon in Aquarius alone. If you follow Western astrology and this video didn't describe you, your moon might actually be in the sign of Capricorn using the sidereal zodiac. A lot of people don't know about Vedic astrology and that your natal chart gets shifted back almost a whole sign, which gives you a completely different reading. The Capricorn moon video might be helpful. The sidereal zodiac uses the real constellations in the sky. When the moon literally passes over certain stars, that energy opens a window that pours down to Earth. This is the sidereal zodiac, and it's very real if you watch it and take notes. If you'd like to learn more about the sign of Aquarius or the moon alone, check out the links at the end of this video or in the description below. The Aquarius video in particular goes much deeper into the energy of this sign and what it really means. It's worth a watch if you want to know more. Astrology should only be used as a general map of possibilities, not something that rules your life. You rule your own life. The kingdom is within you. All the planets and zodiac signs are inside your body. You are the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives within you. This whole channel is based on intensive research from ancient astrological text, plus years of prayer and meditation. If you'd like upcoming videos from this channel, make sure to subscribe below and visit astrologyby33.com for more. With God, all things are possible.